Okay, so we are putting the greenhouse together today. Mom, did you lose your mind?
Yeah, greenhouses make me happy.
So we squared the four corners up of the high tunnel, and now we've got strings going from the ends, and we're gonna start slamming rebar in all the way down.
We have 22 of, is it 30?
22.
Right? 22 of the 30 pieces of rebar that we need to finish this. Most of them are loose. A lot of them are still stuck in the old hoops. So I've got to take some time to get those out. But we're gonna drive as many as we've got here and just see how many hoops we can get up so far. And then we'll come back and finish the rest later. That's probably good. We're spreading these every 5 feet for the full length of the hoop house. We did it. How's your hands? Let's see it.
Not really that bad.
Not too
Look at the
bad.
gloves.
Gloves are a little dirty. Okay. We just had to work, all 4 of us, to pull every one of these 5/8 pieces of rebar out that got stuck in the hoops. We got every one of them out. And now we're ready to build the rest of the greenhouse. That's a little crooked. I can fix it. Hey, good job. I hit it again.
Okay.
Straight. Gotta get it straight.
Okay, so fortunately, we're still doing the greenhouse.
I can come get this way. I may have left a couple of those too high.
Stuck in,
Bottomed out.
yeah, where the thing curved. Or not. Whatever.
This is the one we were gonna have to do this to put it on. All right, here we go.
Done.
Yes, the last one. It's built.
Together forever.
The 80-foot greenhouse is built for the 3rd time. We have had to take this down and move it twice. And so now, for the 3rd time, it has found its final resting place. Yay! All right, Heather is up getting all of her rows cleared of rocks. She's raking everything out. The kids and I are gonna start putting our center support poles up in the hoop house because next weekend we're planning on getting this thing covered. Okay, so these are 1.25 inch poles. The whole structure is 1.25 inch. We're actually short about 20 feet, but we're gonna get these 3 up that we have for now. And we're just gonna find the center. Each pole takes 4 of these clamps. at every single hoop. Though it's definitely easier with 2 people because it's hard to hold the entire pole up and get these clamps in place.
I am the second
So Jackson's gonna hold up that end while I get this end up. When this is up, I'll go down and do the other one. We'll connect them all, and then what I can do is when they're all suspended, I can come back through and hit every pole in the middle on my own once they're up. Okay, I'm back out here working on the greenhouse. Yesterday, I got one end of this already framed up, and I'm going to copycat that over here on this end. Okay, so Heather wants really wide doors because this greenhouse will not have any vents or fans in it. So I am building a 5-foot opening at each end. Okay, Jackson's gonna run up and get the weed eater because it'll help me a lot to have this cleaned up down here. I was ripping these weeds out by hand yesterday to give myself room at the bottom. Something I did just realize, it's gonna be a lot harder to do this end than it was the other end that I did yesterday. That center support pole winding down the middle there, that's what's holding the whole structure from going like this. And I either lost or I forgot one of the poles at the old house, and I'm short by about 30 feet. So this end, really wobbly. That should be interesting. I didn't think about that. I should have grabbed a pole today while I was on my way home from work. But I think we'll make it work, and then hopefully I can get a pole and get that up soon to keep this from swaying. Okay, so I know that the base of my poles are 15 feet apart. So what I'm gonna do first is I've got my tape measure laid out, and I am marking my posts for the door at 5 feet and 10 feet. So that'll give me that 5-foot opening in the middle. The other thing that I've done, let me show you. I've tied a string from the base of this pole to the base of that pole. So then that way when I'm putting these 2x4s up for the framing of the door, I know exactly where the front of those hoops are gonna fall, and I'm not gonna end up with them being crooked. I just wanna mention, I am not a professional. So most of what I do, I kind of just make up as I go, and sometimes it works. Looks good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I've got these 2x4s up, which is the frame for the door, and I'm just gonna run another 2x4 level straight across the top just to kind of strengthen all that up. I attached these 2x4s to the top of this round pole with some extra 1¼ inch clamps that I had. I just bent one end to go flat to get against this 2x4, and then kept the other end just how it was to come across the top. I am a firm believer in using everything that I can that I've already got here at the farm without having to run to the store and spend more money. I try to do everything I can as affordably as possible. It doesn't always work out, but I do collect a lot of stuff, parts and materials that people don't see a use for, but I bring it home, and oftentimes I find a use for it. And many times it's not even what that particular thing is intended to be used for, but I'll find another way to use it on a project. So anyways, I just thought I'd mention that. We're always keeping in mind how we can do things affordably here, because not everybody is in a position to just sink a fortune into a farm or a homestead. So you have to keep that in mind sometimes, and it's good to hear different ideas and perspectives on how to do things on a budget. Okay, this end is framed up and ready for the plastic we're gonna hang over it. It's not perfect. This side is definitely not as good as the first side I did, simply because this was wobbling on me the whole time I was trying to work on it. So some of my cuts came out wrong. As I'm trying to hold it, it's shifting and shaking. But it's okay. I can grow food and I can provide for my family out of this greenhouse, and that's what's important. And I'll show you on this side. I was using an 1/8 inch drill bit and I was drilling through the hoop towards the wood, and then I was taking a 3-inch deck screw and going through that hole into the wood, and it would pull it into the side of the hoop. Worked great. However, I broke all of my drill bits yesterday drilling through this. See, here's an example. I just drilled through with the deck screws, pulled it in, came together really nice. Here's one again. And again and again. The next thing you'll see is I'll be out here on a big piece of equipment. We're gonna dig trenches down each side of this hoop house. We're gonna throw the plastic over and we're gonna bury the sides. We get a lot of wind here, so I think that's the best way to do it. We're gonna bring the plastic over, probably just set rocks in it for now to weigh it down. And then I'll start securing it with those furrowing strips. I'll build some doors and we'll start growing some food. Good morning. I am leaving the farm to go pick up a tractor. We're gonna get this greenhouse done today. We're not only gonna get the greenhouse done, my hopes are that we will get some land cleared, especially in the orchard area, and in an area that we really need for parking for when people come over. So we're gonna clear that up. We're gonna kind of consolidate the burn piles, get things moved into hopefully 3 really big ones. We've taken a lot of trees and stuff out of the front yard, and it's all just been piled up for the last few months. I want to get all that moved and cleared, and I think we can get it done. Okay, I made it. This was heavy. This is the heaviest thing I've ever towed with this expedition. This is a 2004 Ford Expedition that we've had for almost 11 years. Easily the best vehicle I have ever owned in my life. I did some research before I decided to tow this home on my own, and this piece of equipment weighs around 6,000 pounds plus the weight of the trailer. I'm figuring between 8,000 and 8,500 pounds. The tow capacity on the Expedition is 8,600 pounds, so I cut it close, but it did good. We got it here, so I'm gonna get it unloaded and we're gonna get started. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing is from one end of the hoop house to the other, I'm gonna dig down roughly 12 to 18 inches here and here. And then what we'll be doing is when we bring that plastic over, it'll lay in that ditch and I'll have the equipment ready to use the blade and push the dirt back over, and we're gonna bury it. Again, we're using this method because of the amount of high wind we get here. I think it's the best way to secure the plastic to this greenhouse. On the ends here with the frames, we will not be burying it. I'll be using the strips to sandwich the plastic in between the wood frame. All right, we've got both sides dug. I'm gonna say I varied probably more between 6 inches to 18 inches deep. It'll work. So now that I've got that done, I'm gonna wait for more people to get here to put the plastic up. I'm gonna start working on moving all these branches and brush piles we've got, and I'm hoping to end up with about 3 or 4 pretty good sized burn piles, because right now it's scattered all over the place. I want to get it cleaned up. All right, so my dad just got here to help out. Huge thanks to him, because big projects like this would not be possible, or I would also say it wouldn't be as fun or enjoyable if there wasn't so many people willing to come over to the farm and help. So I'm glad he's here. He's trying to get that burn pile going, and he thinks that we can get this plastic up, just the two of us. Now if we can do that, that would be amazing, because Heather thinks she's going to be coming home from soccer games with the kids and helping us get plastic up. So to surprise her would be pretty cool. I think we're going to try it. Dad has jumped on the equipment. He got a good burn pile going, but he's going to try to keep it going and push some of that together. I'm going to set this up on a time lapse to cover this. Sometimes with projects like this, I never know what people like to watch better. Do you like a time lapse better, real time, a mixture of both? Let me know what you guys like to watch. For this one, I'm going to time lapse it, because if I put it on regular time, it's going to turn into a really, really long clip. It didn't work with just two of us. Well, actually it did work. We got it on, and then we got a 4-mile-an-hour gust of wind. The whole thing blew off. So we're gonna try it again.
We have a greenhouse. So I have to finish the ends and get all the dirt pushed back on. But it's gonna be awesome.
Okay, so the two biggest mistakes we made that we know to do differently next time is it needs to be 30 foot wide for our hoop house. 24 feet, just barely touch the dirt. So I think we made it work. But number two, we put it on inside out. There's some treatment on it to keep the moisture and condensation from building up, to keep the water from dripping on your plants, right? Is that?
Yeah.
And we didn't, I just assumed it was both sides. I figured it was a two-sided plastic we're paying for. It didn't matter which way you put it on, it was gonna be coated that way. Well, it turns out it's only coated on one side.
Yeah.
And we put it on inside out.
We didn't realize until it was on.
Yeah, the coated side is outside. So it sucks, but it's on. We cannot fix it. Next time we'll know what to do different.
Yeah. Michael's working on clearing out my orchard. I can't wait to see what this is gonna look like when it's done. so much farther into there. I cannot wait to get more fruit trees and berries and make this a food forest.
And then curl it in.
Can't remember how.
There you go. You got it. Yeah, rip that out of there. Yeah.
Almost see the creek and the waterfall now from here. Guys, I'm in flip-flops and this is Thorn City. Hey baby. Thanks for coming to get me. Can almost get through without having to crawl. Oh, this is amazing.
I mean, I would love to take everything out all the way along the bank if we could.
I would too. And then all the way to that road down there.
Yes, I would like to clear from here to the gravel road.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
Cool.
Yeah. So I think I don't care if it's raining tomorrow. I'll sit here in the rain.
You're gonna sit in that in the rain.
I don't care.
It's gonna be muddy. You're gonna get stuck.
I've been worse.
This is amazing.
It's amazing. I did it.
Now we need to go buy fruit trees.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
Okay, we did it. I got the greenhouse covered and we got some land cleared, so I think we're ready to plant some fruit trees and make a big orchard.
And plant a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah. So until next time, thanks for watching.
Hope you guys had a good time.